Here I am, Lucy's with me. We are in a place called Shaugh Prior, and we've just turned up at the moors. And look, you can see people just dumped a load of trash, beer cans, Red Bull cans. Enough to make you sick. It's mid-September, so for the next 6 weeks, my life is going to be this place as I do my annual harvest. On one side of me, stone circles, moorland, granite blocks, cows in the distance. There's no one around. You can see civilization in the distance. And then on the other side of me are the China clay pits of Dartmoor here on Shaugh Prior, and they have devastated the landscape. So here's one of the China clay pits. There are also pits for tungsten, good if you're a dart player. The various aggregates and ores and the mines here on Dartmoor, they have devastated the landscape. Just look at it. You can get a better idea of the scale of some of these operations. They are absolutely massive. You know, I've been walking for a couple of miles already, and it's literally just through this landscape. It makes me sad. It makes me really sad. You may wonder whether they recorded the moon landing sets up here. Yeah? Progress. You know what I mean by like the moon type terrain? A few trees and leaves and stuff trying to stick out of the ground. This is easily the size of a football stadium, and bigger, and it's like a hill, and it's just had to cut the top cut off it, and this is what's left. Never been up here before, so it's a first for me, but you can see there's just these, they've just leveled all these hills, and I don't know what they're going to do with them once they're finished, whether they will cover them with mud and try and let nature reclaim them. Nature will reclaim them anyway, but they're probably really toxic. Blue lagoons, which are over there, which we've just walked past. Yeah, I suspect there's no life in there. Nothing could live in there. So, yeah. Fortunately, this is the outskirts of Dartmoor, but if you've lived in Plymouth for a long time, you'll know that the outskirts of Dartmoor keep shrinking inwards towards the centre as we build on it and cut down hills and trees and whatever. What a contrast. Somewhere, and you can just see it in the background, just sort of over on the horizon. The clay mines, the destructive nature of modern man. And here behind me are the ruins of a stone hut. In fact, there are loads that died everywhere. You probably, hopefully, I don't know if you can see them on this camera, but they died everywhere. And I'm pretty sure those people didn't destroy the land that they were living on. They probably lived harmoniously in conjunction with nature. Whereas modern man, whether we're meant to be on this planet or not, has a tendency to be like cancer and just destroy everything that it lands on. And we'll have to leave the planet one day, not because Elon Musk is building SpaceX, but because there'll be nothing left here for us to consume, or the planet will be inhospitable to human life. So yeah, bit of a juxtaposition. I had hoped to camp inside that stone circle there, but it's a bit uneven, and there's rocks sticking out of the middle, and lots of these stone circles dotted everywhere. So if I find one that's good, I'm going to camp inside it. If not, I'll go to my normal camp spot here, and there's a giant stone circle there which I can camp in. And this is the kind of stone circle I'll be staying in, and it's huge. It's got to be one of the biggest stone circles out of a place, apart from a place called Grimspound, which I've not yet recorded. It's so big, it's got a pathway that goes through it. And it's so good to camp inside it because you can see it's very uneven, rocky, it's on a slope. But just up there where that tree is, there's a flat area behind there. so I'm gonna go and stay there. Got my tent up. It's DD Hammock's pyramid tent. I think you might have seen it before. It's my best looking tent because it looks like a classic tent, and it's actually just a tarp, but they've put it into a pyramid shape, and you can get different size inserts for it, and it's just held up by a trekking pole. So at 1.2 kilos, that's my lightest tent setup. Probably about 1.3 kilos with all the pegs, maybe a bit more. So it's pretty good. And if anyone didn't know, I really like my tents. And I have to say, now I've got it up, this is one of my favourites, especially with the nice weather here. And I've got it looking out across this giant stone circle here. And actually it's one of multiple stone circles. There are stones out there, and you can see there's another stone circle. Yeah, so they're concentric. And there's some stone, there's actually little stone huts in there. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and it was cold last night. You know, shock horror, actually shock horror, because it was really cold last night, and it's sort of early September. And Lucy and I had noted, Lucy gone home by the way, Lucy and I had noted the day before that it was really unusually cold down in Cornwall, and the same is here. I don't know what temperature it is now, probably about 5 degrees, and for early September I'd expect it to be a bit warmer. You know, there's lots of condensation inside the tent as well, lots this morning. It wasn't dripping on me or anything. I'm cold last night, and I was pretty cold, and my sleeping setup, the sleeping bag, and the liner is only really a 3-season setup, and we're already into the 4th season temperature wise, I would suggest. And it's mid-September. Hey, I'm going for a walk around the stone circle. You can normally quite visibly see all the stones. I don't think I've ever seen it overgrown like this either, to be fair. You know, and I've been up here quite a few times to camp. It's sort of just like a regular spot on the outskirts of Plymouth, and it's overgrown with bracken, so normally you can see all the stones. And it could be like it's like this because of how incredibly wet it was, or has been, right throughout this summer. In fact, for almost 24 months. It could be why we've got this, you know, very lush green covering on the stones. So it's an absolutely fabulous morning. So I'm going to head to Sheep's Tor, have a look around there. I'm going to check out some camping spots and some places to hammock, and then from there to Yelverton and go back to the Cornish hideout. I'm at Cadover Bridge. Anyone who lives in Plymouth or knows Dartmoor at all, or you know lives in the area, will know where this spot is, and it's a popular sort of tourist place. It's named after a very old bridge, which we're going to walk across in a minute, and it's sort of on the outskirts of Dartmoor. So as a kid, I would come to Cadover Bridge, and we'd have picnics, go swimming in the river. The River Plym goes down through it, and there's some sort of quite deep spots where it's slow moving water and you can swim. So I used to come here as a kid. It brings back a lot of memories. Anyway, I'm not staying here, but I might do a full video just on Cadover Bridge. The cow just went through a red light. Traffic lights here. Scattered all the cyclists. Anyway, this is Cadover Bridge, and you can see why it's such a popular spot. The River Plym runs right through it. That goes all up into woodlands, which you can walk through. Good place for a hammock. And I spent many a summer here as a child. Used to love it. Cool, going off-road. Happy about that. And I'm surprised I haven't actually really done a video with Burrator properly features in it, because again, a bit like Cadover Bridge, It's a very popular destination in the Plymouth region, in Plymouth area, because it's a nice walk around it. So, you know, fancy a walk? Yeah, let's go Burrator. I've been kicked off there a few times for camping as well. That is Yellowmead Down, and just down this road goes to a place called Sheep's Tor, and everybody calls that, well, as far as I was concerned, everyone always called that Sheep's Tor, which is where I'm headed. And also, I don't know if I can get it in here, there you go, you see in the distance is Burrator Reservoir, and Burrator is over there. Next destination, Yellowmead Down, also known as Sheep's Tor. Unbelievably spectacular, amazing views. And down there is Burrator Reservoir. It's looking quite low there, but summer's over. And plenty of camping spots up here. I don't know if I'm going to camp. We shall see. That's where I'm going. This is where it gets a bit steeper. The only problem climbing up, I felt like a little mini mountain, is I got to go back down, which is often harder. Sheep's Tor, Burrator in the background, and although I may not camp tonight, because I definitely can camp on top of here, so for that view. So that seems like something I should take, bring Lucy to. I think Lucy would like this. I just come here for the landscapes. That's what I'm really interested in, not even the mushrooms, which have been absent completely. Behind me is Burrator. It is the main reservoir that feeds Plymouth and the surrounding areas. There actually used to be a town here called Burrator. I believe it was called Burrator, and it got flooded. To make way for the reservoir, and when there's one of the old buildings still there, and when the water's low enough, legend has it, you can still see the spire of the church standing out. Now, I'm not sure if that's here or around the corner, because it's quite big. Yeah, it goes around there. So anyway, Burrator, my final stop. I'm hoping there's an ice cream van so I can get a drink and get a Coke, something like that, and then I'm going to head back to Yelverton and have something to eat, and I'm probably going to head back to Cornwall. Actually, that building's called Langstone Manor, and it belonged to the Elford family, and it was a manor house. They were rulers of the area, or in charge of the local area, and the free hamlet of Sheep's Tor, and it got downgraded to a farm building, apparently, if you're interested in these sort of things. But it was originally built in 1633, which has been around here for bloody ages, which is it's impressive. Still standing. This is the main Burrator Dam, actual Burrator Dam. Let me see Burrator. Yeah, very, 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 very low. And right behind me is an ice cream van waiting for me. Ideal. Can of Coke, and then I'm going to head back. Call it a day, and edit this video, chill out, and prepare for some more adventures, because I've got new places to go.